Okay, so there's that. I'll have to edit it later. No big deal. Um, Larry, thanks for taking my emergency call.
Hey, okay, Mike.
So,
What's what's the problem seems to be here?
well, the X16 public beta just came out, and everybody's excited because it's like getting a new, fresh toy. And
Yeah.
so we're working on it. So the problem I had was I was having to go through these Stream Deck icons and reset my Stream Deck because I have it configured for a Mac. And you know how you have to do hotkeys.
Yeah,
uh,
for my because I have Windows.
Yeah. So in Windows, I had to go through and change all these to be like two action hotkeys instead of just text. So, we went through that before. But so I came down here and I was changing the text, like this copy in place. I don't use the Alt symbol, I use the Command or Control symbol. So I changed it to Control C. I used some of your you had Control Z down here, so I stole your Control Z. But anyway, so then I went to type something with rich text, and because I was testing as I go across the bottom, one of my buttons is rich text, and I was making sure each one of them works, and then it would activate like you just see right here,
Yeah.
and I click on it, and it says text size 972 inches, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't. That's not what I want. So I said, that's weird. So I just changed it to 4.5. Can you see all this?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, so I did 4.5, and you see how giant that cursor is blinking
Oh
right there?
my gosh.
But
Yeah.
then I just said, okay, because I was just testing. I really didn't think about it. I thought somehow some weird number got in there. And I hit okay, and there it is. There's 4.5. It's perfect. And just in case anybody's wondering, this Arial Modified 2, that's something that I bought from Alaskan Sun so that it would do those superscript window and door labels. But anyways, so I write this, and then I was like, well, I need to come over here and go double click and set this to 4.5 and just hit OK. Because that's how I've locked it before. I'll set it to a certain size and then it'll stay. So then I went out and I was doing something, and I thought, well, I'm going to get out of that tool, draw a line. So I'm not in text, and then I'll come back to text and I'll hit rich text and I'll say, okay, I'm gonna identify this line, and it's back to 972. And at first I thought, well, this Stream Deck is I mean this plan is Dan Bowman's template, and so I let me just show you how big 972 is. There's QWERTY, and it's so big that you don't even see it. You have to go way out. So I don't want that. And I think I sent you a text and said, hey, I'm having some weird issues with rich
Yeah.
text. So then when you were able to get on, you said like this here is a blank brand new X16 plan, nobody's template, nothing. And you said no, in mine it's 6 inches. So I said, okay, I'll come over here and try it. And for me, it's 972. But remember the very first time I did it, it said 6 inches.
Yeah.
And all I did was I said, okay, it's 6 inches. I don't want six. I want 4.5 for quarter inch. So I would just do 4.5, hit
And
OK.
Mike, I'm doing the very same thing in a blank file. Uh, 16. It's their default blank file. And when I first open it up, it says default text, ridge text is 6 inches. Okay.
Yeah.
And I used 4.5 also. I changed it to 4.5 and immediately it went to 972 inches on my blank sheet.
Yeah. So at first I thought it was just me because I always have Murphy over my shoulder. But yeah, when that happened to you, I wasn't laughing at you. I was totally laughing because I'm no longer alone. I'm not on the island by myself, losing my mind. So what we need to do is figure out.
Well, here's something else now. I have used 16, okay, with my template, and I was drawing space plan blocks and using my template. And of course, I was not doing any text. I was just drawing in my template. Okay.
Okay.
So I we talked earlier. I went back into my template, and soon as I hit rich text and changed the text size in the default to make sure that I was the same. Okay. And then soon as I drew a line, and everything was fine, but soon as I drew a straight line, it changed to 972. That's in my template. So
Oh
it's the
man.
same thing's happening that's happening in a blank template.
Hey, so check this out. Um, I need to move this. I don't know if you can see it. There's a zoom.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's I need this banner off the screen so I can show you the top. So I'm back into default settings with the little wrench right here. And I just set this to 4.5, and I'm going to go back and edit that. And there's two ways to edit it. I can either edit it right here, or I can edit it right here. And I'm curious to see it's back to 972. So 4.5. Okay. So now it should be 4.5. And when I come up here to edit it, 972. So it needs to be 4.5. And I hit OK. And then I come down here and I go edit 972. I can't get it to not be 972. And I did one time. I can't prove it right now because it didn't do it anymore. But there was one time where I zoomed out pretty far and I tried to do rich text, and it came in at like 2,500 and something inches. So I can make it do 4.5 and like that. And it's super small. And that's what I want. I want 4.5. And when you double click the text, it's still 4.5 because that's the text size. But as soon as you do a new rich text, you're back to 972. So I don't even know enough about how the code is written to know where is it referencing that and why is it picking that number on both your machine and my machine. We're 5 states apart, or at least almost that far. And we're not sharing the same file. That's your template. I've used Dan Bowman's template for this one, and this is out of the box. All I did was turn off the grids because I don't like to see those, and I made it only show the size of the ArcD in 1-to-1 space.
Okay. And I used straight out of the box a blank sheet, blank drawing, and that happened to me. And that's why I went to my template drawing that that I brought from 15 into 16. And then in 15, it worked fine. I just brought it in, and I've been drawing all day today, testing testing the space plan blocks, but I have not done any text. So I thought everything was working fine until you said that, and then now I've done the same thing, and now my text is doing the same thing that your text is doing.
Yeah, so this has nothing to do with Dan's plan. This has something to do with Chief has written something, and I can't even begin to guess what it's referencing to get that number.
I don't either.
So hey, we should do another video on the space plan thing, and maybe make some suggestions based on how you use a lot of lumber that comes in standard 2-foot sizes, and it looks like the space plan.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I've been asking for them to modify.
Well, let's do another video. Let's keep this one on one topic, and let me hit pause, and I'll start another one, and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So here we go.